coming back to configurations. So in general settings, this task manager configuration is there. Only this is utilized to go ahead and shuffle these attributes. You cannot add more attributes. These are all the attributes which you can have. These are default applications. Application attribute. And how we can shift these, go into advanced, cut this one and paste it wherever you want. That's it. That's all what you can do over here. The task manager. So where we'll see the task manager, if I go over here, go at home. So this is what your task manager will look like. All tasks, and this is okay. Then coming to infrastructure setting. So this is what infrastructure setting is there for. Elastic cluster. If there is any elastic node which is being handled over here. These are the index settings. So if we go ahead and we do any kind of updates over here. So you just remember that we went ahead and we did for last name and we went for a text general and fuzzy, right? So these are over here which are being optimized. All these are the settings which are being given from Informatica itself. Okay. So that is what infrastructure setting comes in. Application editor, we have gone ahead and we saw how these things work. Right? So tool showcases this one. There is nothing else. So these things are utilized once in the entire MDM lifetime, or maximum when there would be a new phase would be coming, which will have an entirely different domain, which would be coming up. So let's say in the start, your client or your company actually goes ahead and states, okay, all these customer will be there, all these references will be there, but there won't be any references for CRUD operations. So all your CRUD operations for reference, later on they'll go ahead and state, okay, now our entire MDM module is good. Now we can work on reference to go ahead and update those inside MDM itself. So we'll go ahead, create another application and use the business entities over there, what all reference entries are there. And all the reference entries over there will be utilized over in specific to this one. Okay. Now, other than that, there is a component editor. In the component editor, any external link, if you want to go ahead and set up a google.com inside a single page, we can utilize external links. So how do we go ahead and do that? This code over here will be utilizing the HTML coding style. With, let's say we are going and we want a iframe to be used. So we'll use the HTML coding and we'll set up the entire coding style over here for the google.com, which will be utilized for us. And we'll state that particular name. And this external link we utilize in layouts. Record details is something which will be automatically created. We can just go ahead and delete from over here. We do not use or we do not create anything over here. Same thing is for similar records. Similar and get related records are almost same. Similar record uses the match and merge rule. In a XML format, we have to give them. Okay, this is something you'll see almost like 1% of your projects, not much, because most of the people use it nowadays as Elasticsearch. So when they go ahead, run any particular attribute value, they'll get all the records over directly over there. When we use any similar records, get related records nowadays, it is not utilized because network diagram has came in and taken its place. Task inbox is something which we have seen in the task manager, and this is what every task we will go ahead and we will see if there would be any task which will be created over here. So if there is any task which will be created, all the attributes over here like this, all the attributes over here will be showcased from what is the attributes sequence we have set up over here. So this is there for component editor. So main we utilize is layout design. So in the configuration, we use application editor and layout designer. Why we use application editor multiple times? Because we have a search configuration over here. So let's say we went ahead, we created this. We'll go ahead with the display search configuration. It is not showcasing me still for the business party search. So all the attributes which are there, coming up. Still I have no idea. And it will give me an issue now. Okay, it is directly taking from the business entity. If there are any filters we have set up over here, filtering of nodes, so we can go ahead and utilize that filter nodes if they will be available. So that is why application editor is utilized multiple times. Whereas layout designer is utilized, right now we are seeing the record view as like this, right? So to create any new layout, you can see over here, it is utilizing business entity, right? So if we go over here, we'll just select this. We'll use create record view layouts. So we'll select the party table. We can utilize party search view for that. And we'll get the data from the view. So let's say, and over here we'll utilize record view or merge tasks or unmerged tasks, which particular section we want to go ahead and utilize it for. Merge and unmerged tasks, as it states that it will be utilized for merging a record or unmerging a record. It is utilized for manual merge and unmerge. Record view and record view tasks are utilized to update, create, basically to manipulate the data other than match and merge. We have to give the label for that. And what is the order of over there? So how many layouts we want to go ahead and utilize over there? So what will be the label list? So over here, let's say these all things are there. So which one would be its position over there? And we'll say next. Which particular role it can go ahead and it will be utilizing to showcase itself. We can select any of those or anyone, which means anyone who will be going ahead will be able to see this layout, then the purpose comes in. So if there would be a workflow which will be related for this layout, we'll utilize this part and this part. But if not, we'll just utilize for view and edit. If create is also there, then we'll utilize only these two. Template comes into play where we have to go ahead and decide how many distinct dividation, or basically what all divide, how we will be dividing a single page into multiple sections. So let's say we'll utilize the first one. So the design will come accordingly. If I'll use the template as this one, the design will come accordingly. So I'll go ahead and let's say I'm deciding to have this one. I'll go into the design and use record details to view and edit. I'll use history to showcase all the history in the second section. And over here, I will use the child records. So for the child records, what I can do over here is in the record details itself, I will be having the notes. This is the child layout, and this is all the attributes which are there in this one. Or I can just utilize two panes. So my gender will come over here. I'll just say that the name is party details. In the address, if I want to have a full configuration, or do I want to have any other city, state, and country. I'll just utilize two planes. I'll just say, and over here it is address. I can just label it as address details. So that will be done. This will be showcasing me any history. If I want to go ahead and see the cross reference as well, I can use the cross reference over here. So this is how I will be seeing the party record. So how we will be seeing that? Just go ahead, cancel it out, publish it. Duplicate component instance. If there would be something which would be having the same name. Instance, but okay, this one. Because party is there as our business entity as well. So either we have to change the name. And this is actually being updated in 10.4. In 10.3, you can have the same name as well. And you can just go ahead and publish it. So the part which we just created right now, we'll just go ahead and see how it will be showcased to us. Now, where is the party? Seriously, sometimes this actually gives me so much issues without any. Instance, oh, there is here it is. Don't have any party. Okay. Perfect. Now we have to actually go ahead and discard everything because someone actually went in and was utilizing it. Someone from another group might have gone in and started utilizing provisioning tool. That's where I was actually worried that why it is actually coming multiple times when we haven't have anything over there. There is no layout which is there and still it was stating. User roles will say anyone, purpose is create or view. Templates will say all the three. Designs will just say record details, history, and cross reference. Yes, we do not have anything over here. So we'll just go ahead, create that. Two sections, first name, last name, registry ID, status, gender, address, two sections, address line 1, address line 2, city, state, country. Save it. So that is why we normally do not say that two people can go ahead and do all the work because it will go ahead and create an issue. Component instance. For details, we just have party details over here, which we just created. Over here, I'm not seeing anything over there. This is let's say just we'll go ahead and publish. Here is that party coming along. Additional page, okay. That is where it is giving us issues. Somebody actually went in and created an additional page. Now I have to actually check where we seen that additional page. This additional page that is for the party table. Additional is application data. Yeah, party application name party. Ten dot four have so many issues, like I cannot even state anything over here. We won't use default displays right now. Business entity will be party state as visible. Search configuration we only have for array. Now I cannot utilize this array. Publish all these changes. So this is some of the issues which multiple people actually gets when two people actually goes ahead and creates things. Let me just check if I can actually go ahead and utilize the view. I cannot still utilize the view. Great. Because it will take the folder cache files from itself. Now we have to create the design additional report layout. Purpose of these templates. We just state these two things. Design record details over here and history is over here. Say configure it, name and sections. At last. So we just reload the entire things. So I'll just go ahead and open this. Now you can see. So that is where our layout will be coming and we'll be utilizing the layouts for. If you have to go ahead and use it in the overview or for the address. So basically this view is utilized. There are any updates which are if you want to utilize from anywhere. So what all are the actions which are here? What are the event types? So if we go ahead, change, you can go ahead and see all these changes as well. So that is where our layout will be utilized for. Any questions regarding the layouts and all? So earlier we were seeing multiple things over there, right? So if we remove the default layout screens, and even if I'll go ahead and use the default right now for party as well, this will still be shown for me if I don't have any layouts. So if I don't have any layout for any business entity, and I will go ahead and search that particular thing and I'll open it, this will be by default applied. So for this one, default records view. If I'll go ahead and select this one, I will now go ahead and see one would be party details and all the other will be, one would be history, one would be hierarchy, one would be something else. All those things will come along. So that is what default record views means. You can say this one is something which we created. This one is default view. This is something matching records or cross-reference records are there. History is there. What all history has gone in. And there is a hierarchy. If there is any hierarchy which is being set up in a tool diagram, if there would be any relationship which would be there. So all those things are default record view layouts. And this is something which is user defined. Okay. Any questions over here in the layout section? And these layouts, we can go ahead and see it in component editor as well, which we just created. So all the record views or the record details which we will be going ahead and setting up in the layout, all can be seen over there.